You just feel great. You just feel like there was a pressure on your shoulders. It's just release, and you feel that excitement and that passion and that joy in you. Um, which I would say, if people out there who witnessing our story today, sis, if they go through that and they try that,
Yeah.
out of words explain the feeling that you will get.
Mm. Thank you so much for having the courage to share also the passing of your dad. So I'm really sorry. Condolences, on that. It's sometimes it's hard when we talk about our loved ones, right? But I'm grateful. I even break down when I talk about my grandma because they are important people in our lives, right? And they matter a lot because their legacy lives within us. And and I absolutely admire your journey, and you grew up overnight, when that happened, and taking care of your siblings, it's not an easy thing, but you're stepping up to take the role of the provider. And for that, it really gives a lot, it gives you that strength and that inner power to press forward and never giving up on anything, and especially you have goals in place, right, to pursue. And I'm grateful that in the midst of all of it, you were able to put God, in it, and make it a foundation for you to rely on. So that's incredible, sis. Now, can you share some aha moments? I love what we called aha moments in our community,
Aha
always
moments.
aha moments, and also, like life-changing decisions, in terms, that changed your life for the better.
Thank you so much, sis. There's so many aha moments of my life and life changing decisions. But oh well, I'll put a stop with my personal one because it get me really
Yes.
emotional. But
Yeah.
go to that. I go to our aha moments of
Walk it
our
away.
average. Yes. Um, when I migrated to New Zealand and I start to involve in the multicultural life, as well as exploring the type of work that I experience. So when I first got here, I get to experience labor job in the Griffins in Papakura, and the ETA trips in Wiri up there in Auckland.
Yeah.
And to me, like when people look, how I see it, when I came, when I got that job, I was so happy. I was so happy because I didn't even know where the Griffin cookies are made and
Yes.
what are they made of, and also the chips, because we sell those products back in Samoa,
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
with my family that I used to help with our with the family business.
Mm.
We just sell these products, but I've never seen, or I don't know how they are produced and what ingredients they're made of.
Right. Right.
So me trying those jobs, seeing the people that they've been doing it for such a long time, they don't really seem like they're exciting and they're passionate of doing it. But for a person like myself, I just migrated and I get to experience it. It was like, oh my gosh, look at that chips. How it's coming down and it's
Yeah.
straining it
Yeah.
down, and the packaging, and also with the cookies as well.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I was shocked as well, because with the products that's being sent to our island of Queenstown, we don't get anything for free, but with the factories here that these goods are being made of,
Yeah.
that's one of the benefits for the employees. They
Yeah.
sometimes get it for free or get
Oh,
it with a
wow.
really low price. Yeah, so it was really interesting. I only did it for a part time with my, well, when I get here to New Zealand, it wasn't what I meant, it wasn't easy because I went through different visa applications. So
Mhm.
I came on a student visa, And if you're coming on a student visa, you're only allowed to work 20 hours here in New Zealand.
Mm,
So using those 20 hours, that was part of the part-time job that I was very honored to experience that.
yes.
And after the student visa, I then extended another student visa. But what stops me there, because I didn't even know, if you're on a student visa, you're paying like twice or triple the amount of the fee that the local student is paying, which is too much,
Mhm.
and I couldn't even afford it. So luckily in that way, my partner came in the way, and he helped me out, and that's where we process a working visa
Yeah.
after the student visa with our partnership, and then waiting on that working visa for 2 years, and then I got my residence last year. So that's my other goal, as I already applied for citizenship, so I'm waiting on that. So that's what I mean. It wasn't
Yeah.
easy coming to here as
Yeah.
well, restarting my life all over again from scratch.
Yes.
And I don't regret anything. I
Mm,
enjoyed every moment. Those every challenges that I went through, I enjoyed it, because um it is true that saying, you don't get anything for free in life.
yeah.
And with those challenges that I faced, it does um made me of the person of who I am today,
Mhm.
able to face my fears and face my challenges, not in a arguing or in a fighting way, but in the mindset of, you got to sort it out yourself. And that's the other thing I love about it, our
Mm.
average. We get
Yes.
to have that open mindset, that
Yeah.
open mindset when you come across any troubles or any challenges that you faced in life. You get to face it. You get to face it like a boss. That's
Yes.
what you mean by boss
Absolutely.
lady. Not
Yes,
like
I love it.
bossing
I love
everyone,
it.
but like bossing your own self.
Yeah.
So I really like it. Um, so going back to our question, I don't want to
Yeah.
go
Go off topic.
overboard here. Our aha moments. So those
Yeah.
are one of my aha moments,
Mm,
is
yeah.
getting to approve all those applications that I went
Yes.
through, because it wasn't
Wow.
easy with all this paperwork. Because if you apply an application, for an example, with my case, because there's varieties of visa applications here in
Oh
New
yeah.
Zealand, but with
Absolutely.
our yeah with my partnership with my partner, after you get application, you get like a pile of papers like this thick, just to get all those evidence. And getting the evidence, it
Yeah.
wasn't easy.
Yeah.
But and that reminds me, there was a time when I did the application, I almost, I felt giving up. I wanted to go back somewhat, but then it does challenge me, because if I go back, there will be a waste of time for me to
Yeah.
come here. And all this time
Exactly.
I've been dreaming.
Yeah.
So yes,
Oh, I
so those
love
are
it.
my aha moments.
Yeah. For those who are watching, and if you are in New Zealand, make sure if you're sitting on a permanent residence, make sure you go to the next level, because you never know what's going to happen down the line with the changes with government. You might not get entitled to that pathway, but get it done. And I love that. You just bang, 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 bang. You do it like in the
Thank you.
process. Yeah. It's always good.
That was the
I
time
love
that we
that.
went, but then bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, yeah. So get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. If you are on a permanent resident, just get your citizenship done. So that's good. Wow,
Thank
that's a
you,
really good
sis.
aha moment, because the application process is one hell of a process with so many paperwork involved. And oh gosh, I can just feel what you went through. But I'm glad you didn't give up, because going back to Samoa, oh my gosh, it's a big no for you right now.
Oh no,
That's
oh
yeah.
no.
So
I don't
that's
want
good.
that to happen. We don't want to go
Exactly.
there though.
Exactly. Okay, all right. Okay, so well, that being said, and I know we have our relaxing time. What are your hobbies? Your hobbies are things that you love doing when you have the free time in the world, aside from working, aside from the craziness that we have. But share your moments, because we all have our moments.
I really love this question of yours, sis.
Yeah.
Hobbies,
Yeah.
because that's another strength that I do know that's in me. I love entertaining people. It
Oh,
just naturally comes out
yes.
of me.
Yeah.
Um, so if it's someone that does relatable to what I say, that person laughs. But if someone doesn't get it, it doesn't really get it. But it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
What's main important is you get to have a smile and you have to have that medicine. You get to laugh it out, because you never know what's within that person, or that person is going through something and you don't even know
Yeah.
what challenge or what trouble is going through. But making that person smile, making that person laugh, it does make a change on his or her day, or
Yeah.
whatever thing that person is going through. And
Yeah.
it reminds me of Prince, that big breaking news globally with Prince Harry and Meghan,
Yeah.
that this story
Yeah.
bringing it out there. So that's what we don't know. Wait, we see the flash, they're smiling, they're waving, but we don't know what's going behind doors. So that's what I mean by and that's the other thing I get to come across a lot in our community members. It's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
I really like that. I really like that, because um with our thinking, when I was young growing up, if you don't feel okay, it's like you're scared to show out that you're not okay,
Yeah.
you're scared to share, and you just keep it to yourself. And that's why problems came up, like all
Yeah.
of a sudden, suicide,
Yeah.
sudden death, or
Mm.
and etc. But by just doing this hobby of making someone smile or making someone laugh, it really does make a change. So aside from making that person, or making my loved ones, or someone, a stranger that I accidentally met, um, my other hobby, the other main hobby that I get to really enjoy it, since I moved to New Zealand, because there's a lot of changes now. I really enjoying have a time to have a read in the Bible,
Mm.
and get to go through a phrase that's, if there's something going on in my day, and I just search it in a Bible verse that really helps me to encourage me spiritually, to lift my spirit up so that I
Mm.
could continue with the journey. It's okay to cry, just to let out your emotions,
Mm.
just to let out whatever is going on in your head. But um, reading through the Bible with my own experience, it does helps, it does heals,
Yeah.
um, uh, whatever situation that you're going through, in the bad times, the good times. It's not just the bad times that you're going to read the Bible,
Yeah.
but whatever time that you feel like reading. The other thing is I get to have time to try baking. I know I'm from a family of baking people, but it's just that I was being busy to do some other stuff,
Yeah.
apart from baking, and now I'm here in New Zealand, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even have time to go and ask my auntie how to bake the bread and the
Yes. Yeah.
macaroni, and here am I trying to figure it out myself. But
Yeah.
anyways, that's what YouTube is for, and I
Yeah.
like it. Yes, sis. Other hobbies is the other day, because me and my partner are doing Bible study with
Right.
with Jehovah's Witness, and
Right.
my uncle knows how to play guitar, and then I ask him if he can teach me. So I'm slowly on that process
Okay.
as well. And not only that, oh my gosh, ever since me and my partner joined the Everett, we don't have time to watch movies or
Mm.
news.
Mm.
It's always update with our, if it's not a live Zoom,
Mm.
a recorded Zoom
Mhm.
because we are interested, and there's so much going on.
Yes,
We also
absolutely.
trying to share it out to our families, our
Yes.
friends.
Yeah.
If they accept it, it's their luck. If they
Yeah.
don't, oh well. I don't want to say it, but
You're
I know
definitely right. I love it.
they will eventually come
Yes.
across and want it to join.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I love that. So for those people who are watching, when we had a one-on-one conversation with Tanimo, uh, we know their store back home. It's at the Siosi, the famous Siosi store at Lotopa. And I, every time when I think of bread, of butter, of pangipopo, of pangi, oh my gosh, I think of that store because that is, and I know most of my ward members, my friends on here, where we grew up, that is where we go to every single day. And my parents, they have a stall in front of your store, next to the Marist Rugby Center. That's
Yeah.
where my parents have their stalls, where they sell coconuts, where they sell produce from our farm. And
That's
man, I miss that. And I love it. You're get into the habit of starting back baby, because that's your business, that's your family. They have that incredible recipe that I can never um every time I go shopping around here, I always look for that smell because it reminds me of home. Oh my gosh, everybody loves their recipe, and I just wish you would do it right there
I
in Korean.
know that's my biggest regret, but
Yeah,
because it's a family
I
recipe
know.
and
Yes, I
yeah,
know.
yeah,
It needs to be preserved because it makes it unique. It makes the family business unique from all other bakery out there. And also I love what you say, we all know it is okay to not be okay. We all are humans. We have our
that's right.
flaws. We have our sunshine. We have our rainy days.
Yes,
And and sometimes we social media versus reality is completely different. Some people, they live on a social media in a totally different perceived way than in closed doors in reality, right? So it's always
yeah,
important, even if you
right.
see somebody that is smiling, taking selfies on Facebook, or saying that, or being positive, we don't know, right? So it's always nice to maybe shoot a message to them and say, hi, how are you, just in case. And like you said, I totally agree with you on that. It's always nice to check in. I also admire, like last week, I interviewed Josh, and
Yes, our
one of,
brother, just
yes,
the Tafu.
Joshua Dudafu, and he
Yeah,
is one incredible human, who does reaching out and doing this mental conversations group, and that's something that we need in our, and that's the beauty of being involved with Everage as well. We come together as a community, and we just edify one another. We learn from one another. We take off, and just checking in on people, and I love it. I also
definitely.
love, when you mentioned about, how you love reading and reading the Bible, and I can sense, your spiritual level, that is something incredible because, at times we need to balance ourselves spiritual, high on spiritual level and less of of the world. And
Definitely.
I know that with the journey that you have, it really does. And there was a divine help and intervention when you're going through those, because God knows your heart, knows your intentions, and they're pure. And when you do that, and when you have that, God will always be right there with you on in anything. And like you said, anything is possible, when you put your mind into, and especially putting God at that foundation, that seat. So I love it. I just love everything what you say. Now, one of the most important questions is telling us your story and your journey with Everage. How did you came about Everage, and what does Everage offer you that separates Everage from previous businesses that you were in in the past?
Yeah, you're so right, sis. This is one of the wonderful question in our edition 6. So um the first time that I get to know you, sis, it was through my friend Louise Frost, right?
Yes,
When
yes.
I migrated here to New Zealand from Samoa in 2017, we were both we were both students, international students, and at the same time we were exploring opportunities out there that we can earn some money just to help us because we could only work 20 hours from our student visa. So that was another part of our plan, is to try and look for ways out there that we can earn some extra money just to help us financially.
Mm,
So um the other day, my friend Louise Frost. I'm also glad that Louise Frost is part of is our one of our average partner members as well. So I don't know if she's tuning in and listening. So she came and told me, sis, guess what? This is really nice investment out there. If you're gonna invest money, it's just keep on growing. It's like growing money out of tree. And I was like, is that possible? And then here's Louise. Yes, sis. She showed me, and she was referring, it was you. She showed me how, so I can
Mm,
show you how. And I was like, okay, I trust you. You're my friend. Okay, you. Well, the thing is, in that time, we don't have enough money, eh?
yes.
But Louise said it was $100 to invest. That's the lowest we can do. We can go from there,
Mhm.
even though we are out of money. But it's just that thinking of money growing out of
Yeah.
trees.
Yes.
And because Louise is my friend, I trust her.
Yes.
These are all the things that I've learned from our 8 rules of private investor. Now I'm
Yeah.
learning,
Mhm,
going
mhm.
back to our conversation.
Yes, yes.
So um so me trusting Louise, okay, okay, sis, okay, I trust you. Let's do it. Let's grow some money out of the tree. So we did it without knowing. That's where we as well as myself, as well as Louise, we both weren't aware of what's going to happen.
Mhm.
So what happened to that wallet of that platform that we used? For me, accidentally, I tried to log in and it's gone. But
Mm,
I think with Louise, she's still logging in and she can still access.
mm.
So going back to our question, what has average offer? Um, so with the Academy of Private Investor, with the eight rules of private investor, it really opens my eyes, and
Mhm.
it opens my mind as well of managing and budgeting money, and you have to be responsible of looking after your own wallet or your own money. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be because of your friend and you trust your friend and you just give it to your friend. And that's where I've learned I was wrong back then.
Yeah.
Because if something happens, it's my fault. I don't have to hate my friend because my friend lost it. It's
Yes,
my own fault of
yes,
not looking after it.
yes.
So what I've come across in average that I find it really different from those ones. First of all, when I came across this opportunity, I wasn't on Facebook anymore. I was just on Instagram.
Yeah,
And
yes.
I thank God I was still friends with you on Instagram.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
because you always do your postings, because even though something happened on your journey along the way, but you didn't give up. You still post
Oh,
your
yeah.
stuff, you
Oh,
still
yeah.
shine your light out there.
Yes.
And me looking at you, I'm like, she doesn't act like something happened, and it really motivates me.
Mm,
um so when I started looking at your presentation, and at that same time I was working at one of these traditional businesses, as we
right.
discussed in different business systems. I was I was really down. I
Mm,
was really down with the environment that we work with, because everyone's got different thinkings and everyone's got different attitude. You can't control what the other person is
that's right.
thinking.
That's right.
And yes, that's right, sis. And when it comes to swearing in swearing barriers. You can't control it, and
Right.
because the other person doesn't understand your emotion and doesn't understand your feelings. So what I went through that time, it was it was so heartbreaking. Like my my motivation is trying to push it up there, but then I couldn't. Like it's still dragging me down
Mm-hmm.
emotionally, as well as my spiritual side. And then that's the time I get to ask you about the business that you're doing.
Yeah.
And then you it was just, I think I remember it was just two sentences. And then you send me this whole essay paragraph. And that essay paragraph
Mm.
really changes and really touches me, because in that essay paragraph, it does, I see value in it and I see change in it. So what I did, um, I just do my due diligence of browsing and see what average is, and me thinking backward, what if I try and I lost money again, what if, but there's something in there that really tells me to I have to try it out. If I don't try it out, I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then comes Eventi, and
Yes.
then comes Eventi. So that that anniversary of our company, because back then it was New Oasis,
Yeah. New
the
was the
Eventi,
mission. New
Eventi,
new
yeah,
evolution
yeah,
was the mission. Yes.
yes. And then Eventi came, and then with the new name of Everett. So I was really down by that time, and I just quit that job. I
Yeah.
I
Mm.
just can't. It's better for me to walk away and just live it. I don't want to get into an argument or get into a
Yeah.
fight just to
Mhm.
try and prove who's wrong, who's right. I better
Yes.
just leave it and look for another opportunity. So there comes Eventi. And then I took it out with my partner, and here's my partner. He does absolutely have no idea what I'm talking about, but because he felt for me, I felt so down, and he wanted to help me out. So we both agree of doing Eventi.
Mm.
And guacamole, ooh la la, we didn't even know what's in Eventi. And
Yes.
that
Really.
really changes our
Yes.
mindset of what we're doing at the moment. Working to what 5 to 9 jobs, that's what we call it. And it doesn't it does pays the bill, but we don't have time to spend with our loved ones. We don't have time to do what we want to do, or
Mm-hmm.
what we want to experience. So not only that, but with that Eventi, it does help myself um, spiritually.
Mm.
First of all, spiritually, mentally, and it also there were some advices about relationships.
Right.
You
Yes.
can't, if you have a partner and you're trying to um, wanted to do a business, you have to negotiate in a way that you both are agreeing on doing it together
Mm-hmm.
in that way. And it also falls on the eight rules of private investor. It does relates as well.
Mm.
So man, I was just watching Eventi. I felt so tired. I want to go sleep. I just watch Eventi because there's so much in there that I
Yeah.
need to
Mm.
listen to. It's like Eventi was like a meditation for me, because I was just sitting in front of the TV with my box of tissues,
Mm.
feeling so emotional, just cry it out, just cry the pain out. And refreshing and reboosting myself
Yeah.
so that I could stand up again and continue.
Yes. I
So,
love it.
man, and then after that, and then Cobra. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Mhm.
Like what what's our other mentor that I really admire her? Boss
Miller?
Lee?
Oh, Bosley. Yeah.
Bossly.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
other the other network marketing. Oh my gosh, like what she said. Boom, bada bang. Like what the Cobra. Oh my gosh, like
It was
the mindset of
incredible, eh?
millionaires and
Yes,
yeah, the
yes,
millionaires and
yeah.
billionaires out there.
Mm.
And with Rambo,
Yeah, Sylvester
what's his
Stallone.
name?
Sylvester
Yes.
Stallone, yes.
With Uncle Sylvester.
Rocky.
Yeah, it was really
Oh,
nice, man.
yeah, I
Like,
know, I know.
so those are like the two big bombs that
Yeah, just dropped.
store something in us to really see outside there, because I think the world we are living in, most people they are playing small, but
Yeah.
with the network marketing and their and what they're delivering out there to the public and globally,
Mm.
it's just whoa, it's just
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Network marketing is huge. It's huge,
That's
network
right.
marketing. And I like to think of that when we're doing network marketing. I mean, especially we're involved in one. We are making our own rules. We control our time. We're creating our own. We're creating ourselves, and not falling under somebody else's vision or dream in terms of a 9 to 5 job where you get locked away in a box all day long, right?
That's
But
right.
but it's so, but with our this network marketing that we are in, we not only are we exploring ourselves, but like you said, oh my gosh, those dropping those bombs on us is just incredible because it really opens the other
It
part of our
does.
conscious mind, or our subconscious mind, right? that was
Yes, that's
sleeping
right.
that was sleeping for how long? So it's we find all sorts and especially with that event 2020 that happened, and the rebranding of our name to Everrich, which is the evolution of richness. Anybody that's going to be in our journey, we don't say currency, but absolutely, they will taste in the results, the harvest down the line, because we are investing and we're growing that money and it's working hard for us in all these different projects, right? And isn't it amazing? We're not a get rich quick scheme. For those people who are wondering what we do, we are not
No,
that
no,
shiny
no,
object.
no,
We are not that shiny object. We are not something that we're going to change. We are something that's going to be here for the long term, and especially
no.
creating legacies for generations and generations and generations to come. And I love what Joshua keeps on saying. We're planting seeds. We're planting seeds. So that
Right.
as it continues to grow, it grows and it grows, and when these seeds started growing, oh, you're gonna enjoy the fruits, right? The sweet fruits of
That's right.
your hard labor. So right now we're doing the work, and then rest of the entire lifetime. So I don't know, but I'm so excited when we talk about average. I was so excited when we're talking about the new economic evolution of the world, because that's exactly what we are creating right now. We are creating history, and our mission, or our mission is bringing about this new economic evolution of the world through average, through these different projects. And ah, okay, I need to stop because when I talk about it, it just keeps on going. Okay, so
Letting the fire out, girl.
yeah, but yeah, but that's incredible. I love it. And you know what? I am so grateful for you for reaching out to me on Instagram. Like, I do business on Instagram, but not much. But I'm so grateful that oh my gosh, where were you? Because I hardly see you on Facebook anymore. So when you come on Instagram, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that you reached out and you took action. You and you're a doer, and that's one thing I love about you. So and yeah, I'm so blessed to have you journey with me, being in my empire. And just it's absolutely, and looking at you growing as well. Look at you growing into our community. We have our local council members, our leaders in New Zealand locally, and I'm grateful. I think I see Barry. You're working with Barry and other guys, the Dunedin team.
Very
Oh,
true.
yeah, I mean, that's incredible. And this is exactly what we need. We don't need followers. We need leaders to step up. We need leaders to take the helm and do whatever they can to help their team, their families, reach their goals. And also understanding what we have here is something that is so unique. And it's never been seen before in other businesses. So while other companies are not meant to, do some, but we're not some company that sells lotions and potions. We're a company that, that sells vision, that sells skills, that will be
Mm,
with us wherever it's going to take us. So it's incredible.
mm.
Now, okay, I love your
That's amazing.
story. Yes, it's incredible. Now, because we have so many projects in our Everage system, what is your personal favorite and why? And for those who are watching on Facebook, do put in your favorite project in Everage, please. I want to know. But yeah, I want to hear from you.
Okay, okay, sis. I have two favorites. So my second favorite is the Academy of Private Investor, with this packages of education in there for everyone to learn more on the financial side and managing your money.
Mhm.
And my first favorite, and I know for sure that's everyone's favorite in our community, is the YouTube Pay. So
Hot, 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 hot the moment.
yes, fire, fire. YouTube Pay. So with all this latest trainings of um, blockchain and staking, that's where I sort of like get the idea, and as well as updating on our webinars, our closed meetings, yeah, as well as different trainings in globally, not only if we don't, because of the time changes in globally in your side and our side. So I'm grateful for this local leaders in New Zealand as
Yeah.
well. If I don't have time to catch up on your um
Time
average
zones.
America, I
Time
will
zones.
jump on and yeah, the time zone. I will jump on and update with the local leaders here in New Zealand as well as Australia. So coming going back to everyone's favorite, um for YouTube Pay, where we get to become an elite member,
Mhm.
elite member. So this is a really good time for everyone or who are still around the corner and still deciding and
Mhm.
listening. And this is a really good time to register for the elite club stage 1 and stage 2,
Mhm.
just for only $100, because once it's
Yes.
gonna move on different stages, it's gonna go
Absolutely.
up to 1,000
Yeah.
and then more thousands after that. So
Hmm.
I would not afford to pay a
Yeah,
thousand or
exactly.
whatever thousand is gonna be around that time. But this is the timing, guys.
I know,
Get
I
into
know, I
it.
know, I know, I
Yes,
know.
that's
It's
right.
awesome. It's awesome. I love your favorites as well. Now, remember, guys, because remember back then, when you're purchasing an EIP or our education package in our Academy of a Private Investor, it came with CRUs, or what we call crypto units. But
Yes,
now, when if you still want to come through the Academy, you can purchase our EIP products. But in our Genius of Finance, are you waiting for your Genius of Finance game?
yes, we are
Yeah,
waiting.
I know. I'm patiently waiting for mine as well. I can't wait to play the Genius of Finance online. But that being said, those people who were with us from the beginning, when the EIP had the cruise attached to it, which enables you to become a shareholder of our global portfolio. So now you can do that, but there are no more cruise attached to that. So no more shares attached to those education. But what we do have right now, like what Tanimo was talking about, is you have to come through our YouTube Pay group, which is that is where you pay $100 and you become a member of our elite club, and
That's
you
right.
can purchase your WCRU. Now that WCRU is our security token, and it's starting at 40 cents per
Good.
price now. So
Yes.
get in and get as many purchases, as many WCRU, because those are shares, so that
Yeah.
you can, I know, so that you can become, so they can hold a lot of shares in our portfolio, and has our values of our assets increases, so does the value of that WCRU. So we are backed by real assets of the economy, of the market.
Oh yes, girl.
I know.
That's
And that's
right.
one thing that separates us from Bitcoin and from any other cryptocurrency out there. We are a security token, and that we are
Yes.
backed by real assets. So incredible. I just love that project. And we have so many to choose from. Whether you wanted to become, when you become a part of Average, you come through different doors. If you want, like different, like what I said, we're a mall, and you can come and you can shop in different outlets. So whether you want to, if you want to learn about education, financial education, come through Academy of a Private Investor door. If you want to come through the legal services, come through our ILC. If you want to come through our UG Bay WCRU token, come through that way. Or then we have so many, the UGain, right? Our Edu Cafe. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. I mean, that's
I
just a
can't wait
few.
to see a
I
Eti
know.
cafe
Yes.
in New Zealand.
I know. So, we have so many options for, our community and for people out there. People don't realize, and this is one of the reasons why I have come up with this Unleash Your Story, because people, our presence in the world, our presence in our communities needs to be known. We don't want to be greedy. We're not selfish. We don't want to
Yes,
hold
that's
this
one rule of the
information.
private investor.
Yes, yes, we don't
Don't
want to
be
hold this to
greedy.
ourselves. We want to share
Yep,
with people, because I tell you guys, once you become a part of it, you're sorted for life, guys.
that's right.
It's just, yeah, and it's just so incredible. So,
But
okay,
it's
I'm not
not
gonna go
a
into
quick
it.
scheme.
I know. And another thing I love about it is the Basel technology coming up as well. So that's just one
Yeah.
incredible, so much more. Anyway, so I love your favorites. I love your favorites. And I know with our Academy of Private Investor, we've got our EIPs and we've got our Genius of Finance. So those are our products and I love it. Yes, but your UG Pay. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so what would be, to finish off our session today, what would be a challenge or words of encouragement that you want to leave with anyone out there that's watching us right now? What would be your message out to them?
There's quite a few words of encouragement, but I guess I will just leave it out there
Yeah.
with what I feel it from my heart.
Yes.
Yes, sis. Just keep on knocking that door. Never give up.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep on knocking. Don't ever give up. And in order to do that, in order for you not to give up, try and surround yourself with like-minded people, with positive people, with people that can help you grow, help you um, grow in your personal development. And if you're in a relationship, make sure that you have a really connected relationship with your partner, with your spouse, with your husband, with your wife, so
Mm-hmm.
that the business will work. Because if you do it by yourself without communicating or without sharing, or have that connection in between you guys, it doesn't work. It
Mm.
doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
um my other word of encouragement is if you feel down, feel free to share, or feel free to reach out to someone that can help you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever keep those feelings to yourself,
That's
because
right.
you never know what's going to happen and what, I would say, stupid idea you're thinking of doing, but we don't
Yeah,
want you to get there. We don't want
that's
you to
right.
get there.
Mm-hmm.
And life is too short. Life is too short. Just enjoy it, live it. And I remember our brother Just Tafu's another word of encouragement. Just be truthful to yourself. You don't have to. You don't have to pretend like another person to um, uh, you know, like if you be true to yourself and be truthful to yourself, things will eventually happen and slowly coming out of your way that you can't even imagine, and you'll
That's
be
right.
like sitting back and looking at it. It was like, oh my gosh, did I do that? Yes, you did. And
That's
that's it
right.
from me, sis.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And I think, that's one thing people are missing because of the distractions and, the outpour of things on social media. People tend to compare themselves, their lifestyle on social
That's
media.
right.
And then you get into the habit of looking and say, oh my gosh, why can't I be like that? And then you started to fall into that, say,
Yes,
okay, I can do
yes.
that too. Or, hey, but
Yeah.
I love your words of wisdom. Be true to
Thanks, sis.
yourself. Be raw, like what, I told Josh, I can tell, his journey is so raw, so real as well. He can be vulnerable. We can all, it's okay to be vulnerable as well. um uh, uh, Love yourself first is something, that we all need to know about ourselves. If we know ourselves well, then definitely you would treat yourself with more compassion, with more caring, right? I mean, don't be too hard on yourself. And I love
Oh no,
that.
don't do that,
Yeah.
honey.
Don't be hard on yourself. I know. And I
I've
also,
been there. I've been
yeah,
there. It didn't went well, so I
yes.
learned my lesson.
Okay. Great, 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 great. Learn from experience. Yeah, and also I
Yes,
love that, that you raised something important as well. In business, we always need to make sure that we are on the same page with our partners, with our husbands, with our, with our spouses. And
yes.
if we work in unity, everything will work smoothly. Now, some people, some partners, or some couples, they are so different. Like me and my husband, we're totally putting together a negative and a positive. That's how we are. but but
That's okay.
yeah, of course it is definitely okay. Some people think that, because you like the same things, that it's okay. Yes, but for me, my outlook, I appreciate differences. I appreciate the differences, what we have that makes us different. And we bring that together, and we work on it together. And when we appreciate, and it's good to know that, because that what makes a person unique. And so I love that. Those people who out there are partners. If I know in business, there are times and there are moments where partners or your husband or wife do not support what you do online. And I know that for a fact. There's a lot of people out there. I have members in my organization, my empire, that feels the same way. And I said, never give up. One day they will understand. You just continue to press forward and do what you love, because if you do something and you're passionate about, one day you'll
Yeah.
convert the entire neighborhood. But anyway, thank you so much to my beautiful sister here for sharing your incredible and moving story, your journey, your personal life. I know sometimes we're on here on social media, publicly, sharing this, but it is one story, it is one journey that the world needs to hear. Our partners in our average needs to hear, because I know some people out there, they can relate to what you're offering, to, that comes from the heart. And I'm grateful. Thank you. I know you've been waking up at 4 a.m. and then we start at 5 a.m. in New Zealand. So thank you so much. Your time, Tanimo, is greatly appreciated. And thank you for accepting my invitation to be on our Unleash Our Story this morning. But
You're
for
welcome, sis.
all right.
Yeah,
Okay,
no
so that's
worries.
it for us, ladies and gents.
Oh, one more, sis. One more,
Yes, go
sis.
ahead. Go ahead.
Because we didn't plan and we didn't. I just wanted to acknowledge of how being a member of our powerful and strong global average community. I just wanted to say congratulations again for our green button, because that's why I'm wearing my green flower
Woo!
and my green top. So I wish I had a wine, but I'll just do coffee instead. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yay. So remember to all our partners, Average Global partners, if you are watching or if you're going to be watching the replay, remember, get the word out, get your teams, purchase that VIP membership. In order for you to get that green button activated, get into our VIP club. Okay. So whatever status that you're on, $10, 20, 30, 40, 50, upwards to president, as long as you are a VIP member, you get that button activated, get your seed phrase done. Make sure, keep your hands to yourself. Don't rush it, okay?
That's right.
Be patient, okay? But anyway, thank you, sis, for reminding me that. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's it for us. We love you guys. Thank you, my beautiful sis here, for joining me today. And we'll catch up with you later. Have a
All
good
right, sis.
bye.